Desiree, I am going to ask you to go first. I know you said you're out of Akron, Ohio, and this is your first book. It's called Frozen in the Midst of Fire. So, give everybody tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and then go into your book.
Okay, my name is Desiree Fillmore, and I wrote my book, Frozen in the Midst of Fire. And my book is talking about my life story and also my daughter's life story. And then it explains, or it helps someone that is grieving.
Oh my God.
Happened in my life where I had a house fire and I lost both my daughters in the house fire as well as everything else. So I wanted to write a book to share our story because my oldest daughter had Cree-du-Chat syndrome, um, and her name was Jada, and just experiencing her as like a little baby having or me being a teenager actually, a teenage mom with a special needs child was just an experience, and it was a hurdle that I got through and got over, which was good. And also, when I was in college, I had my youngest daughter, Chimera. So my book is letting people know that it's okay to grieve. Everyone does grieve. At some point in their lifetime, everyone knows someone who did pass away. So there is different stages to grief, and it's just helping you and encouraging you to still strive and keep going. You have to still keep pushing, or even like when it gets super hard, you just have to keep going.
And that's a great story of empowerment that's going to help so many people, not people just grieving their children, but also any type of grief that they may be experiencing in their life. What is some advice that you can give someone that is going through a grieving process that may have lost their children? What advice can you give them, and also discuss a little bit about your support system that you utilized during that time?
Okay. So if someone has lost a child, there's a lot of parents out there that have lost children, and I have I have been a part of a Facebook group of grieving parents or grieving mothers who've lost their children, and I didn't know at first like how many people actually lose children, but there is a lot of them. The advice I would give someone that is grieving the loss of their child is that it is going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. It's not just a you'll be okay after a funeral. It's going to be tough because you have to keep going.
You're saying like be as positive as possible and always continue their legacy and honor them in a great way by just keeping on.
Yes. Yeah. I always believe that one day you will see your children again. It might not be now, of course, but you always want to, you know, make sure that you're doing the right thing so that you can get to your children. You can see them again. And you always want to make your children proud of you. So that's what I always strive to do, make my children proud of me with everything that I do. Even though as hard as it is to live without them, you have to keep striving because they are watching you and they're looking over like they're watching you now. So and the support system I have a very big family, and I'm so proud of my family. My family has supported me ever since the loss of my the loss of my children, and also before that, like when I first had my daughter, when I had Jada at 16 years old, my family was there to support me. When I had my youngest daughter, they were there to support me. And we're just always a close knit family. So, family has been my go to support system. I've also have a group of friends that we've all been friends since elementary school. And there's five of us, and we have been super close, and they have followed me and helped me keep going and just encouraged me. So even if people don't have because there is some people that have experienced grief for the loss of a child or children, and they don't have anyone. You are not alone. You're not by yourself. God does have you. Believe it or not, He really does have you. Um, he's always going to be there for you. If you have a question, He will answer it. It might not be right then and there, but I'm pretty sure He's going to answer it. It may be in a dream where He comes to you in your dream, or He comes through someone else or another child that's going to come and hug you, and you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, was that my child? So you always have to just remain hopeful, remain positive, and yes, I'm just very appreciative of my support
Okay.
system.
That's an amazing story of empowerment, and also too, like you said, if you don't have the support system, or the family, because some people don't, it's nice to know that you utilize support groups, where people can get in and everybody can share their story of grief, because that's a tragic loss. And I commend you for writing your story and keeping your babies alive by telling your story and helping others that have gone through that. So right now, I want
That's
to
my
ask you to show
interview.
a picture of your beautiful babies.
I'm just recording my part
Um,
from when I
this
did last
is
week.
this is Jada,
That's
and this
just the
is
first
Kyvera,
episode.
and those are my beautiful daughters.
And rest peacefully, beauties. And the beginning, the front of your book.
Yeah.
And here's the front cover, which is over here too.
Yeah,
Here's the front cover.
we see it. Thank you, Desiree, for sharing your story.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. We're going to move on to Sheena.